Tillywicks and welcome to today's video. Today's video is all about talking to you guys about PCOS. I have done a number of videos on my struggle with PCOS and trying to get pregnant with baby number one. I have 4 of those videos. If you're interested in those, I'll definitely leave the links for those in the comments below. If you are new to my channel, I had PCOS for a number of years and I struggled to get pregnant. But I officially did get pregnant and with twins! How exciting is that? I had 2 beautiful baby girls, Anna and Rose, and they're currently 5 months old. So I have been getting a number of messages from everybody out there that's also struggling with PCOS or even just struggling with trying to conceive. And I appreciate all those messages. I hope I get through all the messages and reply to all of you guys. And if you're new and you haven't messaged me, definitely check me out on Facebook. I'll leave the link to my Facebook page below. Don't be scared to message me and ask me questions. I'm more than happy to answer them and chat with you guys, and I love making new friends via social media and here on YouTube, so don't hesitate to ask me anything at all. So I want to start off by telling you a little bit about my struggle with PCOS. If you haven't watched my other videos, I'll just do a little bit of a breakdown of my struggle with it. When I was 21, I got engaged to my husband James, and when I was 22 we got married. Now after we got married, we decided that we wanted to try and conceive baby number one, and we tried and nothing was happening. So I went to the doctors and I found out that I had PCOS, and my doctor put me on metformin, and I was on that for about 8 months before I fell pregnant. Every month that I would get my period, I would feel so down and so sad, and you know, after a while I couldn't handle it. You know, the letdown of not getting that positive on the pregnancy test every month was really hard to handle. But in the end, like I said, I got pregnant with twins, which they didn't tell me at the time, but taking metformin and also having PCOS can contribute to having multiple births. A number of questions I've been getting asked about my twins is, did I have IVF? I didn't have IVF. We were thinking about doing IVF if nothing happened with the metformin or the Clomid, which I never ended up getting on. But no, I didn't have IVF. And I was on the metformin for 8 months, and I was only taking 1 pill a day, which was, I think, 500 milligrams. To get the metformin, I went to just my local GP, and he did a few ultrasounds and did some blood work and everything and realized we had PCOS. And then he put me on the metformin. It was just a prescription that you take to the chemist. I think it was about $20 for a set of 3 months worth of pills, so it wasn't that expensive. It did have a few side effects. You'll get a big brochure about all the side effects they, you know, might do to you. But some things that I did get is weight gain, also a lot of facial hair, like not that noticeable, but it was noticeable to me. Like on my top lip, I got a little bit more facial hair than I usually would. Also acne, I had a lot of acne around my chin and my forehead. What else? Also like a lot of lower abdominal pain every month. Around the time of ovulation, I would get a little bit of pain there as well. My periods were super painful and my flow was super heavy, and that wasn't like that before I started taking the metformin, so it was definitely something to do with that. What else? If you're thinking of having a baby but you know that you have PCOS, don't think that it's never going to happen. You need to have a positive mindset, because if you're thinking all these bad, negative thoughts, your body is going to be under stress. You don't need to change much about your daily life and activities. I would say definitely start exercising if you're not full on like going to run a marathon and doing heavy weightlifting. Just little bits and pieces here and there, going for a stroll, maybe doing a little bit of weightlifting, a little bit of cardio, but nothing that overstresses the body. Also, if you're trying to get pregnant, definitely try and eat as healthy as possible. Cut out the caffeine. If you're smoking, cut out the cigarettes. If you drink alcohol, definitely get your partner and yourself to cut out the alcohol. My husband is quite a heavy drinker, and the month before we got pregnant, we were kind of poor that month, so we couldn't afford to get any beer, and surprisingly we got pregnant that month. So I think that has played a big factor in me getting pregnant, is him cutting out the alcohol. You don't need to eat anything fancy, you don't need to go vegetarian or any of these other fad diets, just healthy stuff. Fruits, vegetables, meats, dairy, you know, the normal stuff. You can have a little bit of chocolate here and there, you can have a little bit of lollies, but don't overdo it. You don't want to stress your body out. Don't do a big fad diet and lose all this weight, because you're stressing your body out, and what you want to try and do is have it relaxed so it can do what it needs to do. Also, what else? Like I said, I know it's really hard every month for you guys that have PCOS and getting let down every single month, and it can just bring you down. It is such a real struggle, and some people out there just do not understand. When I was trying to get pregnant, one of my best friends, Hannah, got pregnant by accident, and that just made me so sad. Like, I really needed to be there for her because she's one of my best friends, but at the same time it was so hard because I just wish that would have been me, you know. But from my perspective now that I've had the babies, it was kind of like me getting ready to get pregnant and become a mum. I had that bit of a trial period when Hannah was pregnant, and you know, doing her baby shower and going baby clothes shopping and taking her to her doctor's appointments. It was all a trial for me getting pregnant. Like I said earlier on in the video, having PCOS does increase your chance of having multiples, and they don't tell you this. Well, they might, but they didn't tell me this at all until after I got pregnant, and they're like, oh yeah, having PCOS means you can possibly have multiples. I guess you can have multiples at any time, and if you do have multiples in your family, that does increase your risk even higher. So what happens is, when I was taking the metformin, that was going to level out my hormones, and once my hormones were leveled out, then I could ovulate. And once I ovulate, because I haven't ovulated for a while, like a normal woman would ovulate once a month, but with PCOS, the egg stays inside your uterus. Not inside your uterus, inside your, what is it called? Ovary. Inside your ovary. And because it's not released, if it stays in there long enough, it will become a cyst. And if you're not ovulating, that'll keep happening. But once your hormone levels even out, you may have a couple of eggs already in your ovary that are ready, and they're ready to come out. So once the hormone level, you know, levels out, you ovulate, and then you may ovulate again. You may ovulate again, depending on how many eggs are already in your ovary and ready to come out. My twin girls, they're not identical, they are fraternal, which means an egg came out, and then another egg came out and met with 2 lots of sperm. And because we had ultrasounds really early on in the pregnancy at 4 weeks, we know that our girls were about 4 days apart. So an egg came out and met with a sperm, and then 4 days later another egg came out and met with another sperm, and that's how I ended up with twins. But I guess if you're trying to conceive with PCOS, you're not going to really be worrying about having multiples. Just thought I'd let you know. Hopefully you guys get some multiples, because it's really exciting and really awesome to have more than one baby. Or I don't know what it's like to have just one baby, but I'm really having a great time with the twins. I feel so blessed to have twins, especially after I was told that I possibly would never have babies. This is a great breakthrough, and it's definitely made my life so much better and so much funner, and I'm so much happier all the time, and I just feel really stress-free, and like this was meant to be, like this is what I was meant to do with my life. So I'm going to end the video here. Like I said, definitely check me out on Facebook, and don't forget to like this video if you liked it, and if you haven't already, definitely subscribe to my channel, because I'd like to keep doing some more videos like this to help you guys out, because I realize that a lot of you are here on my channel looking for PCOS information, or looking for information on twins, or looking for information on trying to conceive. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to leave them below or message me on Facebook if you want to chat privately, and I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye.